Hello everybody, how are you doing? It is Friday and I have the day off work. I hope to get into the shop a little later today and do a little bit of something. I'm not sure what, but I'm starting the day off. My wife, this is her Dodge Journey, and her name is Julie, so she calls the car Julie's Journey, or JJ for short. JJ had to have a little doctor's appointment today. He had to go have his oil changed. So I went ahead this morning and I took care of that. And while I've got JJ here to myself, it is incredible, the weather today. I just got done cleaning the windows on the inside. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe down the interior, and we're going to clean the seats. So it just kind of straightened it up for her. And then the kids and I have an event to go to. The company I work for does a lot of community work, and they are raising money for a no-kill shelter. And they have a thing called hot dogs and hound dogs. So the kids and I are gonna head over to that for lunch, and they're gonna have a bunch of dogs there who are up for adoption or fostering. Now we already have 2 dogs, so I'm probably not gonna adopt or foster, but we are going to, give some dogs some love and lots of tummy rubs, lots of ear scratches. We're gonna have a little lunch and just, enjoy the event and support the event. So we're gonna do that. I am jamming out some rock. My other garage is right there. You can barely see the top of the door right there. And I've got the turntable playing. And today on the turntable is a little Steve Miller Band. Greatest hits, 74 to 78. This is probably one of my all-time favorite albums, because I don't think you can find a song on here that is not just a killer song. It just gets up and goes. The album is incredible. Jungle Love, Swing Town, Take the Money and Run, Rockin' Me, Fly Like an Eagle. I mean, I can't name a song on here that's not incredible. It's blowing out on the stereo, sounds great. Someone did give me a suggestion. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to download an RPM app from the App Store. There's a bunch of free ones out there, and I'm going to run it against the turntable. The record sounds amazing, and to my mind and within my ears, it sounds like it's running perfect, but that will let me dial it into exactly 33 RPMs, so I make sure that I am running at the right speed, which probably is better for wear and tear on the turntable. The other neat thing that has happened is, since I messed with the pots and dialed it in, when I move the arm over, the turntable automatically starts. So it must have been way out of whack for some reason, and that might have been part of the reason why it wasn't starting the motor. It's starting up every time now. I move the needle over, it kicks on. I move the needle back, it kicks off. Happy about that. But enough about the turntable. Like I said, if you got Steve Miller, if you don't have Steve Miller, go out to YouTube, look up Steve Miller Band, and just jam to some Steve today, because this is a great album. I'll keep you guys posted. I won't do a lot of updates on the car and or anything like that, but I'll keep you posted if I switch albums, because I did bring a half a dozen or so of them out, and I'll keep you posted on shop stuff. So this is pretty much all for the car for now. So take care, and I'll be back shortly and let you know what else is happening. Hey everybody, I'm still on the car. I'm not going to really talk about that. I'm just cleaning away, but I've switched albums. I moved away from Steve Miller Band after the album finished. And this is a relatively new addition to my collection, the Kinks Low Budget. Oh man, got some great songs on here. Superman, Low Budget. I mean, this album is incredible. I was up in Florence, Kentucky. I got sent up there on a business trip, and I drove in on a Sunday night, and I had nothing to do, so I went out to get a bite to eat and just drove around town, and I found this little coffee/used record shop. So the next day after work, I just, on the way back to the hotel, I had nothing to do, so I grabbed a sandwich, and then I went over there and shopped around a little bit, and I found this album for $4, and man, it is incredible. This is actually the most recent edition, and this is the first time I've listened to it, and that's probably been 3-4 months back when I bought it. Now that I have the turntable out here where I can take advantage of it, I will be hitting, there's a couple of local used record stores. I'll be hitting them a little more often, and I'll share with you guys what I get. But if you like the Kinks, this is a great album. And I'll have to tell you sometime about the Kinks. I saw them in concert several years ago. Great show. And one of these days, I'll have another Kinks album out here, and I'll go into the story about the concert. You'll like it. Hello, everybody. My wife's car is finished. Inside and out, it is spotless. Even went as far as to shampoo a couple spots on the carpet where the kids had tracked something into the back seat from wherever. But it looks great. We went to the event at my workplace, and the kids really enjoyed it. They had a couple of hot dogs, and they played with a whole bunch of puppies. They would have brought one home if I let them, but we already have 2, so not this time. Then after that, I ran to the car wash, and I did the outside of my wife's car. I would have preferred to have done it by hand, but I don't really have the time today. I am in the shop, getting ready to fire up Rush's Moving Pictures. This is another one of my favorite albums. Powerhouse album, a lot like the Steve Miller Band album. I mean, there's just hit after hit on that album. You just can't go wrong with that one. So I'm going to get that one fired up. I have nothing that I'm planning to do, so I'm just going to kind of goof around a little bit out here and see what kind of trouble I can get into, and just let the music play. So I will keep you guys posted on what I do. All right, guys, I've been goofing around all day with the car and a bunch of other stuff, and I've had a couple of videos here recently that have been non-shop related, non-pen related. I haven't taken any heat for that, so thank you guys. I really appreciate you hanging in there with me. But today's the day. I've been saying I'm going to do this. I just shot my intro video. This is a nice little blank from Classic Nib. I purchased this at the pen show in Augusta. It's called a GNC, and we are going to take this to the Atlas Metal Lathe, and I'm going to attempt my first kitless pen from start to finish on that lathe. I don't know what to expect, but we're going to have a good time testing it. So hang with me. I'll give you guys frequent updates. Hey guys, check this out. This is my first section that I'm filming. I got a really nice tenon on there. Take a look at those threads. They're nice and deep. Got a great chamfer on the end. Got a nice, remember the last one I made? I forgot to cut the relief. This one I cut the relief. I've got a really nice looking relief on there. I've tested it with the body of an existing pen, and I've got a super nice fit against that shoulder. I'm ready now to flip this around, put it in the mandrel, and start shaping it. Well guys, I'm still jamming out to that Rush album. I'm on my second pass through the album. I'm on side 1 for the second time. I'm getting ready to flip over and hit side 2. That album is absolutely amazing. If you don't have it in your collection, it's one to seriously think about getting. Check this out, guys. I love it. It's perfectly fitted to where the nib sticks just the right amount out of the end. All I got to do is some sanding and polishing. You can see a few little grooves there need to be taken out. I've got some 120 grit Abernet, and I'm just going to clean the end of this up where it's a real sharp 90 degree there. And it's just a flat, and I want to dress that so that it flows nicer with the nib. But we're up for some sanding and some polishing. Check it out, guys. Here's the nib. Looking absolutely amazing. I'm super happy with it. First one created on film and correctly on the Atlas. The last one was a learning experience. I made a couple mistakes, but I expected that. Really happy with this. Really happy with it. Well, guys, that's it for me. I'm getting ready to shut the old turntable down. I've had a great time listening to vinyl today while I'm working in the shop. There's just something about that pop and crackle and that deep, warm sound that you get with vinyl. I am super happy with how that turned out. The last one I did, I know I had a couple problems with, but I learned from those. I built a better one this time. It turned out perfect. I modified my notes a little bit for working on this lathe, and I can't wait to do another one. I'm going to go ahead and put a video together for just the section. I'll get that out to you guys on the other channel. Next time I'm in the shop, we're going to turn a body to put that pin, or to put that section on, so that I have a total writing instrument. And then the final video I will do, and I will build a cap for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys again very, very soon.